Hi guys, thanks so much for tuning into this video. This is the look that I'm gonna do today. It's just like a really soft, smoky brown eye, a little bit of a cat wing effect going on, but really subtle, really wearable, probably appropriate for office or weekend or kind of whatever you like. I'm heading into the city, so I was gonna do my makeup anyway, so I was like, this is what I'm doing, let's put it on video. So if you wanna see how I did this, please keep watching. All right, so I'm just gonna start with this Arbonne makeup primer and a Sigma F80, and I'm just gonna take that and just buff it all over my face nice and thin, and I'm doing this first so it has a minute to sink in, giving my lashes a good curl to get started. Then the next thing is a little bit of Painterly Paint Pot all over the lid from lash to brow. This is the palette I'm using. It's a Sonia Kashuk All Matte Neutral palette. And I'm just starting with this medium fluffy brush. And I'm just taking a base color and I'm putting it all over the lid, just mixing these two colors together from lashes to brow. Then the next thing is just a warm color just in the crease with a 217 MAC brush. Then I'm taking a brown liner. This is Coffee by MAC and a nice sharp tip, and I'm just lining the top lash line really close to the lashes, really kind of tight lining as well, and a little bit on the bottom, about a third of the way in. Now you want to start with a really sharp pencil. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you just want it flush to the lines of the eye so that you don't see anything in between. Because it's a pencil, you have a little time to work with it and kind of wiggle it between the lashes and getting it right in there with a slight wing on the end, as you can see. Then to blend all of this in, I'm taking a MAC 266, which is a nice slanty synthetic brush, and I'm just kind of blending it in. And I want to do this before too long because the pencil will set, so we want to work with it while it's still malleable. Then I'm taking a slightly darker color and I'm just going to buff this on the outer V with that same MAC 217. And what that's going to do is pull a little bit of this brown liner in with it. So it's okay, it's going to smudge it. We're going back over the liner eventually, so don't worry if you kind of mess up that perfect line. Then I'm just taking a smaller brush, any kind of small pencil brush or flat brush would work fine, and I'm just buffing a little bit of brown eyeshadow over the bottom and really blending it in. A lot of times we don't blend it enough on the bottom, so I'm really taking care with that. Then I'm taking the next color down. Keep in mind there's a lot of leeway with these colors, and I'm buffing a slightly darker color over. So it's about 3 colors just going from light to dark, all on the outer edge. So now I'm taking this is a cream liner, so what I'm doing is I'm wetting my brush and I'm going over that line I did with the brown liner with this black cream liner. You can use a liquid, you can use a gel. I like the cream liner, I think it's really easy to work with, especially with this 266. And I'm just tracing the line that I've made to make it more definite and more precise. The nice thing about this brush is that it really makes doing these kind of like gentle cat wings, even dramatic cat wings, really, really easy. So now moving on to foundation, and I think the light must have changed in my bathroom. I think that the light must have, I don't know, gotten darker or whatever, but sorry about that. So this is a Chanel foundation. This is the Vita Lumiere Aqua. It's a really nice light to medium coverage foundation. I find it very wearable. It doesn't clog my pores. It feels really light on the skin. And I'm just using my fingers for that. I think it's really the best way to apply it. And then I'll just get it everywhere I need it. Just being careful not to mess up my eye makeup. And then I go back with that same Sigma F80 and I just buff it all the way in. Then I'm taking my Studio Finish Concealer. This is an NW15, so it's about a shade lighter than my skin, and I'm putting it everywhere I need coverage. Then I'm taking that same brush that I used from start to finish, and I'm buffing it all the way in so that my foundation, my primer and my concealer all kind of blend together. Because this foundation is pretty matte, I don't even use a powder over it. I'm going right into blush. This is just a nice warm tawny color. This is Lancome Nectar Riche. I use it all the time. It's very, very warm. I think it complements this eye look really well. And I'm just putting this high on the cheekbones just to kind of bring the face up and just to give a little color into the cheeks. And I'm actually taking a little bit of this blush and I'm buffing it into the eyeshadow because I think it'll just kind of warm things up and just make things look really, really coordinated. The next thing I'm doing is priming my lips. This is a great product, especially in the winter, and I'm giving that a moment to set in while I do my brows, just penciling them in first. As you can see, I need a lot of help in the brow department, and then I comb through with the other end of the brush. And then after I comb through what I penciled in, I go back with a little bit of Anastasia brow powder, and then I find that that kind of sets the pencil, and it also makes it look a little more natural. But I also find that it doesn't kind of wipe off, so I have like half a brow by the end of the day. It really stays on a long time with this like two-step process. Then this is my Naked Lip Pencil by Urban Decay. A very similar color would be Mac Spice, and as you can see, I'm getting to the end of it, so that's what I'm going to be replacing it with. And I'm just drawing my lip line, and then I'll fill it in a little bit. The lipstick color that I'm using is going to be very similar. This is Mac Twig, and I'm just putting that over. This is a nice satin color, so it's not too dry but not too glossy, so I find it wears really, really well. Lots of Bobbi Brown Black Coffee mascara, and I'm just working into the lashes and probably taking a couple of minutes on each side just to really, really get lots of product on my lashes to make them really, really pop. So that is the finished look. Pardon my hair in this video. As you can see, it's really wearable, but it's got a little flare on the end, so I think it adds a little drama without being too loud because you're keeping your colors neutral. Thanks so much for watching.